Hey guys, so we're going to talk about the World of Warcraft news that's come at us this week. And of course, what everyone is talking about right now is the race for World First in Blackrock Foundry. It's 2 days in. Right now, 7 of the 10 bosses are already dead. Let's take a look at what has happened so far with the World Firsts. The first kill went to Blood Legion, and that, of course, was Beast Lord Darmok, and they got the very first World First, followed closely by Midwinter with Gruul. That was only a few minutes apart on those 2 kills, and then we actually had to wait a couple of hours for the next kill to come in, and that was another one from Blood Legion. They were just on a roll, and they got Hans and Franz down, so that was the next one to come in. And again, we had to wait another couple of hours for the next kill to show up. And that one was Orgorger, and that went to Ascension, which is an Oceanic guild, and they did really well in the high mall tier, so that kill went to them. Then again, we had to wait a few more hours for the final kill of the first day of Blackrock Foundry Mythic, and that was going to be Flamebender Kagraz, however you pronounce that. That kill went to Midwinter as well. Midwinter was just on a roll, plowing through the first 5 bosses. So that rounded up the first day of raiding, and the U.S. guilds were coming out really strong. Blood Legion, Midwinter looked really good, and then of course we were going into the second day of raiding, and the EU was going to be up early in the morning, well, early in the morning our time, but of course normal their time. Their servers were up, and of course that brings some of the big players like Method and Paragon into the game to see if they can get world first. And of course, the first kill of today, or of Wednesday, was Blood Legion taking down Thogar, the train boss, everyone's favorite boss so far. And then we had to wait 6 hours for the next kill, believe it or not. So it was quite the wait before we knew who the next one was going to. And by then, EU had established themselves, and Method took the very first Kromog kill. And of course, that rounded up all of the kills for the first 2 days, the first 7 bosses down. And right now, the standings for the world, Method is in first place, Midwinter right behind them, both of them at 7 out of 10, Blood Legion and Ascension and Avast right after that. Then of course for the US, we have Midwinter, Blood Legion, Ascension, Avast, and Nightmare Asylum at 5 out of 10. And then the EU standings, of course, Method is in the lead, followed by Exorcist, From Scratch, Paragon, and Biznow. Now, Paragon got a late start, but they breezed through the first 5 bosses. Everyone seems to be sort of heading to bed now, so we'll have to wait to see if the first, if the entire place gets cleared in the first 3 days, which would be interesting. There's 3 bosses left. Definitely the 3 hardest bosses: Blast Furnace, Iron Maidens, and Blackhand. And I'm curious to see, guys, leave a comment who you think the world first is going to be, who's going to take it all. Obviously, Method has been doing really well. Midwinter, though, has been steamrolling through everything. They're 7 out of 10 as well. They're right behind Method. Blood Legion and Ascension, both at 6 out of 10. Avast is at 5 out of 10. Nightmare Asylum is at 5 out of 10. And of course, Paragon, they actually got a late start, and they breezed through the first 5. So who knows what they can do starting in the morning. So it should be interesting to see what happens. So leave a comment, let me know who you think is going to take it all, and we will be back next week for more Blizzard news, where we'll cover who actually did take it all, because I'm sure they're going to have all 10 bosses down by next week's edition of Warcraft news. So I will see you then. Please be sure to hit like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and I will see you later.